Another day of wet and windy weather. The outlook remains unsettled, but signs of some sunshine this weekend. I'll have all the details of that and more coming up on Good Morning Britain. Of a hurricane. So Hurricane Lee that came through. So it's these storms that have extra energy. It brings this warmth, it brings this moisture, and it brings these really strong damaging winds. And we have another one coming through on Sunday. Exactly the problem this time of year, full Lee. And the wind direction, when it changes, normally it's southwesterly.
Yeah.
The wind direction changes slightly. It brings the trees the other way, and it brings
I thought I might be doing this one.
Gloomy news on the weather.
Yeah, so we know a few weeks ago we had all the flooding in Greece and in Libya. Well, now scientists have looked into...
Story. No, let me tell you, there's nothing depressing about Henry Fraser. So you can see our interview with him after 8 o'clock this morning. Now, though, let's have a look at the weather.
Yesterday put together a report looking at how likely these events would be to happen. Now, this rainfall event in Libya was a 1 in a 600-year event, but climate change has made it much more likely to happen. So we go back in time and then we look at how likely it would be for it to happen right now in a natural world. And then we look at how likely it is to happen now in a world that's warmed by 1.2 degrees Celsius. Greece flooding would happen 10 times more likely because of climate change. But even worse, the flooding in Greece was made 50 times more likely because of climate change. And it was 50% more intense because of climate change. So yes, we had the problems with the poor management of the dams, but it is climate change that's the straw that breaks the camel's back to make it much worse. Of course, the focus at the moment is in New York. It is Climate Week. Antonio Guterres says that he wants, in the next 5 years, for the whole world to have early warnings for weather. We're so lucky we actually have great warning systems, and they were warned in Libya. There were conflicting reports, and as a result, they didn't take the action they needed to. So early warnings, very important for much more extreme weather events that are set to happen in the future. And we actually do have weather warnings in force today, nothing on that scale, but we have the remnants of an ex-hurricane, so a tropical system bringing with it moisture and wet and windy conditions, and that's set to march right across the country today. Heavy rain, strong winds, but then some sunshine later. So here's how it looks at the moment. Here's our band of rain through Wales, southwest England, into much of Scotland. Behind it, fresher conditions, and it's this area of low pressure, this arc of cloud here, that are the remnants of ex-Hurricane Lee. So tropical characteristics, bringing up this moisture. The warmer the air, the heavier the rain. For every 1 degree of warming the atmosphere has, it holds 7% more moisture. So every time it rains, it's already worse because of climate change. The heavy rain marches southeastwards. Brighter conditions across the northwestern areas. It's sunny spells and scattered showers, but a blustery end to the day for England and Wales. Heavy rain, a lot of spray on the roads, and it takes a while for that rain to clear. It does eventually overnight tonight and then clearer conditions with showers in the north. Good morning to you. Well, weather-wise, it is wet and windy, as we've just seen from my roving weather reporter there, Andy. And it is all thanks to a deep area of low pressure. This is the remnants of ex-Hurricane Lee, a hurricane that caused disruption across parts of Nova Scotia just a few days ago. It has tropical characteristics. It brings with it wet and windy weather, but it clears away as we head through the day. And actually, a weak ridge of high pressure has its sights set on us for the start of the weekend. More on that in just a moment. But today, as we've seen and heard, wet and windy is the name of the game. And if you're wondering where Andy was in Dunoon, it is just here, not too far away from Glasgow, and the radar shows showers looming near him. A band of rain for western areas of England and Wales. It's heavy first thing this morning. It is dry to start through eastern areas, but that is sure not to last as this whole band of rain moves through England and Wales this morning. So do not leave the house without an umbrella through England and Wales. You will definitely need it as we head through the day. Skies brighten a little through Wales and northern England this afternoon. It's sunny spells and scattered showers. Gusty winds as we head through the day as well, so temperatures average but feeling cool. And then sunshine and blustery showers further north, a really autumnal feeling day. So how do things pan out as we head through the next 7 days? Well, the Atlantic is firmly in charge. Weather systems queuing up continue to sweep in, and temperatures no great shake. So we start across the north of the UK first of all. This is our average temperature line, about 16 in the north, and it's below average for the next few days, maybe a little above as we head into next week. Percentage chance of rainfall across the north of the UK. Well, heavy bands of rain and showers sweeping through the next few days. Saturday, a bit of a breather before more wet weather arrives on Sunday. Fortunes further south for England and Wales for the next 7 days. Again, temperatures, nothing to write home about, sitting around about average a little milder as we head into next week, hints of an improvement. But percentage chance of rainfall across the south of the UK. Heavy rain around today, frequent showers tomorrow. They ease a little by Friday. Again, Saturday is the best looking day of the weekend. Showers return on Sunday, but hints of something a little bit drier and milder as we head through to next week. Good morning to you. Wet and windy has been the name of the game over the last few days, and it is no change today. The latest pressure system is low pressure to our north. It brings a band of rain across the country. Tight isobars in the north means it's set to be windy, but hints of a high pressure moving in as we start the weekend. But for today, it is cloudy, it's wet, it's windy, but there will be some brightness around. The latest satellite and radar picks out showers for Scotland, heavy rain for Wales and England, where we still have warnings in force for the risk of some localised flooding. And this whole band of rain moves eastwards. So wet and windy through England today. Brighter skies follow for Wales, Northern England and across Scotland and Northern Ireland. But temperature-wise, we're looking at 16 to 20 degrees, around about average. Adding in the wind and rain, it will feel disappointingly cool. An autumnal day ahead with the rain heavy, a lot of spray on the roads for the evening rush hour. Overnight tonight, that band of rain holds on to the southeast for a while before slowly clearing away, then clear skies and lighter winds before sunshine and showers tomorrow.